Hello and welcome to another Lincoln property blog brought to you by Ben from Walters of Lincolnshire. This week we look at the reasons why what once took just a couple of months now drags on for nearly 4 months, leaving buyers and sellers stuck in limbo. Buying or selling a home is often one of the most significant transactions people make, yet the process in England and Wales remains frustratingly slow. You find the home of your dreams, you make an offer, it is negotiated, and a price is agreed. Yet once a sale is agreed, it takes an average of 118 days, or nearly 17 weeks, for legal completion to take place for a home in the UK. That's more than 4 months of uncertainty, stress, and potential financial risk for buyers and sellers alike. To put that into perspective, the same process took just over 10 weeks in 2007 and 7 to 8 weeks in the 1990s. The delays have continued to worsen over time, making the system feel increasingly outdated in an era where digital solutions should be making things faster, not slower. Also, don't forget nearly 1 in 4 or 23.9% of UK homes that have a sale agreed fall through before legal exchange of contracts and completion on them. So, what are the key causes of delays? Several factors contribute to the sluggish pace of property transactions. Some of these issues are systemic, while others stem from choices made by buyers, sellers, or their representatives. Understanding them is the first step to minimizing delays. Firstly, the outdated conveyancing process. The legal process of transferring ownership or conveyancing remains one of the biggest obstacles. Unlike in Scotland, where much of the work is done before an offer is accepted, in England and Wales, the process only begins after a sale is agreed. This means vital information is often not gathered until weeks or even months into the process. The time between pre-contract inquiries and receiving replies has more than doubled since 2007, rising from just under 4 weeks to nearly 9 weeks. Despite improvements in technology, the process remains complex and fragmented, with no signs of timelines decreasing. Secondly, solicitor workloads and efficiency. The legal professionals handling transactions often work with high caseloads, balancing multiple sales at once. Many firms operate on tight margins, which leads to overworked conveyancers who can struggle to provide the level of service buyers and sellers expect. Delays in responding to enquiries or missing paperwork can add weeks to the process. Mortgage processing times have also worsened. It now takes nearly 9 weeks from instructing a conveyancer to receiving a mortgage offer, which is up from approximately 5 weeks in 2017. Thirdly, chain dependencies. Property chains remain one of the most fragile elements of the buying process. A single delay anywhere along the chain can ripple outward, derailing multiple transactions. When one party pulls out, the entire process collapses, forcing sellers and buyers to start again. The average time for sales instruction to exchange has increased significantly, almost doubling from just over 10 weeks, 71 days in 2007 to nearly 17 weeks, 118 days today. The lone bright spot for conveyancing is the search process, which has become more efficient, reducing from just over 2 weeks to approximately 1.5 weeks. However, this is of little consolation when nearly every other part of the process has slowed down. Finally, changing market conditions. Longer transaction times increase the risk that a buyer's or seller's circumstances change before completion. Mortgage offers expire, interest rates shift, job relocations happen, all of which can lead to deals falling apart. Gazumping, where a seller accepts a higher offer after initially agreeing to a sale, and gazundering, where a buyer lowers their offer at the last minute, are also far more likely in a drawn-out process. So, How long does it take to do sales conveyancing in Lincoln? Well, before I answer that, it's currently taking 99 days, just over 14 weeks on average, to find a buyer for a Lincoln home, with the national average being 74 days. Once a sale is agreed, it takes 114 days in Lincoln to get a sale to completion. Interestingly, when I look at the conveyancing, depending on type of property, Lincoln flats are taking 149 days, Lincoln houses 113 days, and Lincoln bungalows 107 days. These are all in line with national averages. So how can you speed up the sales process? While structural reform of the system is long overdue, there are several steps buyers and sellers can take to reduce their own risk of getting stuck in limbo. 1. Gather information up front. Lincoln sellers can dramatically speed up the process by preparing key documents as they start to market their property. This includes ordering local authority searches from City of Lincoln Council when the home goes on the market, completing your property information form and fixtures and fittings list, gathering any necessary guarantees, warranties and building regulation approvals. While this does involve a small upfront cost, it can prevent delays and strengthen a seller's position, particularly if multiple buyers are interested. 2. Choose a proactive Lincoln solicitor. Not all Lincoln solicitors operate at the same speed. Lincoln buyers and sellers should choose a legal professional based on efficiency, not just price. Online reviews and recommendations from experienced estate agents like me can be helpful in identifying firms that handle transactions efficiently and promptly. A proactive solicitor who requests documents in advance, keeps communication clear, and follows up on outstanding tasks without being chased can shave weeks off the process. If you need the details of whom I consider the best solicitors for conveyancing in Lincoln, drop me a line. 3. Tailor the selling strategy for your Lincoln home. Not all Lincoln homes should be sold in the same way. Traditional estate agency works well for most residential properties, but if speed is a priority, alternatives such as traditional auctions or the new modern method of auction may be worth considering. Auction transactions complete much faster and eliminate the uncertainty of a long, drawn-out conveyancing process. Sellers must weigh up whether achieving the highest possible price is worth months of additional holding costs, mortgage payments, and risk of fall-throughs. 4. Consider using an exclusivity agreement. One of the biggest frustrations for both buyers and sellers is the lack of certainty once an offer is accepted. An exclusivity agreement or reservation agreement, where both parties commit to proceeding with the sale in good faith for a set period, can provide security and reduce the risk of gazumping or gazundering. Looking to the future. The length of time it takes to buy and sell a home in Lincoln is a persistent problem, one that has worsened over the years. While there is no quick fix, those who take a proactive approach by preparing early, choosing the right professionals and considering alternative selling strategies can significantly reduce the risk of delays and failed transactions. Until wider reforms are introduced, taking control of the process is the best way to avoid months of uncertainty. Whether buying or selling, being prepared and making informed choices will always yield better results. For those in Lincoln navigating the property market, local expertise and proactive planning can make all the difference in achieving a smooth and successful transaction. If you would like a chat about where you sit in the current market, do not hesitate to give me a call on 01522 512 513 or drop me a message on social media. To ensure all our clients get the absolute best experience and a total marketing strategy as unique as their homes, we only list 20 properties per month. Our March and April market appraisal slots are now available to book. We ensure that you are always a name and not just a number with Walters.